afternoon, Shiva Kumar, Abhishek, Shankar. You've come from Rotorua and Hamilton. Welcome to the office of Indian Newslink. We are quite excited to receive you. We are also excited that you are organizing a program which will bring together a fusion of music, a combination of people from various vicissitudes, ethnicities. It's a unique concept, and we are honored and proud to be a part of your event. I'm sure it will set a new trend. So let's talk about it. So would you please tell a little about Moksha Base and also the program which you have rightly called Beyond Boundaries?
First of all, thank you for accepting the offer to interview us and you. We really appreciate it.
It's a
pleasure. Just to be here is very real. It's almost like we worked for the past 9 years. To sit here to be interviewed by someone.
Very kind of you.
and I don't say this in any flattering way, but it is an honor for us, for someone who's interviewed people like Indira Gandhi and Bill Clinton and George Bush, to interview a bunch of youngsters.
Oh, for us, an interviewee is an interviewee. We take the same honor and pleasure and pride in meeting and interviewing people, because we cater to readers who are our esteemed audience, whether they are reading a print edition of the paper or an online or looking at it from social media platform. All of them are our respected audience. So we don't differentiate between who we interview. For us, everybody is important.
We appreciate that.
Thank you.
And with that, we wanted to start the interview with a nice warm vanakkam to you and to everyone who is watching the show. So, to start the show, Beyond Boundaries, like you already mentioned, the concert that we are organizing in Hamilton, Waikato, at the Gallagher Academy of Performing Arts on the 6th of March, at 5 p.m. is going to be one of its kind. It's going to be epic. We don't want to boast about it yet, but we are really passionate and proud about it. The main reason is it is an opportunity for us as a band to showcase our original music.
Right.
Which we've been working really hard. It's almost like all our lives.
Yeah. When I heard from you, Shiva, a couple of months ago, that you have come up with this concept of Beyond Boundaries, I felt inspired, because this is a concept which is very dear to us. In Indian Newslink, we've been wanting to organize a program which integrates people, because music is an art, is a performing art, which really doesn't have boundaries.
Exactly.
This is one field where there is no politics, there is no ethnicity. Music is music.
Yeah.
You have the notes, and that's that. Anybody can look at the notes, and if that person knows music, can perform. It doesn't require any other language. So to that extent, I was quite fascinated by the concept, and I'm thankful to Moksha Base that you have furthered the concept. And today I hear that the genre is quite vast, and you've got a repertoire of performing artists. And I'm sure this is just a beginning as far as Moksha Base is concerned. Tell us a little more about who the performers are, and I will tell you what we want to do with you in the future, because we want to integrate people with music. Let me give a small brief about what our objectives are. Especially since COVID, we've come to realize this world needs love.
Yeah.
This world needs togetherness. This world needs passion, this compassion. And all this can be delivered by music. And Shankar, during COVID, you did a few novel things. You brought out a soundtrack. We had the pleasure and privilege of promoting it. And now Shiva, Abhishek, Shankar and a few others, you're promoting this Beyond Boundaries. Tell us what has been your journey since you started this concept, perhaps in December, November of last year.
Yeah, probably around.
The idea came up in October, I want to be very honest. Right after our release, which you released our second single, Chirumegini Malayalam song. We wanted to, like you touched upon, the very fact to bring people together was the objective, but in a more musical way. Yeah. We go to a lot of concerts of other languages, and a lot of other ethnic communities come and watch our concerts. Right. So we thought, why not we bring the artists and musicians together on one stage? Yeah. And once we ran the idea with Shankar, I think he took over from there.
I think so. I remember exactly what transpired this was we used to have, even at, I shouldn't say this, but even at work, we used to have lunchtime meetings. We used to have lunchtime con calls.
Yeah, directly.
And we used to brainstorm our ideas.
Right.
And in one of those sessions, we all throwing our ideas and we just went quiet. And we suddenly asked, what's happening, what we are dreaming.
Right.
And that's where we all said, so we want something which
nobody's done before.
Nobody has done before.
Yes.
Something where people are being proud of for us. I mean, what we are trying to achieve, bringing other bands on the stage. We want the lights going. We want to, just have fun, enjoy, see the crowd, happening, all those kind of concepts. Right. And we just were discussing that during the lunchtime, and suddenly,
I remember these two people, Shiva and Abhishek, were actually tried to got the sketch originally. So Abhishek had the Beyond Boundaries name. I remember now. CES sent a Beyond Boundaries and a poster. Like whatever he had in his mind, he just put it in a group. And then Shiva just threw it up, looking at it. Hey, what if we have this original music? So there are two different things. It all happened at the same time, and which I got super pumped after hearing these two things because, oh my god, that's
so when you say original music, does it mean that whoever is performing on the 6th of March, whatever is being performed is original, never performed before?
Correct.
Yeah. So everything is new in this Beyond Boundaries program.
It's all composed by us. Now everything.
So that means people attending this concert will not know what to expect.
Definitely. But during the promos, we are just throwing few of our songs just for them to get.
So how many languages, if you're talking of languages?
So we go Maori, Hungarian, Filipino, Tamil, Hindi, Malayalam, Nepali, English.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So excellent. Languages-wise, it's 8. And we have jazz, which is a proper 1 hour
session,
like jazz music.
So, apart from the fact that you're bringing together people, I suppose in some ways this could be a revival of some music, like jazz. You don't hear jazz nowadays as we used to hear during our middle-aged days. So, which means this program is a trailblazer that you're trying to bring. What challenges you faced in bringing together the ethnic communities, various ethnicities? You might have had barriers of communication in terms of language or in terms of cultural behavior, whatever, discipline.
And convincing people that what original music is all about.
Yeah.
Because they haven't had this concept before. They haven't heard this concept before.
Yeah.
I mean,
So, for example, right? So, talking about that concept to a musician who's already a performer, right?
Right.
It excites pretty much every musician, right? So, it could be one of the dreams for musicians to play something completely new, and they can expect any changes on the floor. It's more of freestyle, comes in, and their own creativity shines up. And you have a huge satisfaction. This is purely based on the musician's perspective, right? You have a huge satisfaction that I have played my own music today. And it is, I always wanted to play, but I can't. But I was able to play my own music, and we have people to listen to it.
Okay.
And appreciate it, right? That's one. But again, this is on the audience perspective. This is quite unique experience to the music lovers. So we just trying to target music lovers. So a person or anybody who is in love with music, I'm 100% sure they're gonna take something back home.
So how many artists will be on stage for Beyond Boundaries?
At least 35. Just in Moksha base, we have 19 of us coming.
Okay. Oh, I see.
Because we have Carnatic teams dedicated. So we have a hip hop team, we have...
So is it right to say that, of course, Moksha Base is a very young team? Your orchestra is your very young people. And the other performers for Beyond Boundaries are also young people?
Yeah.
Yes, all of us are, but we all have children if that's
If you can call
we all
Young family.
young family with kids.
above 40 years young, then I'll take it.
Above 40, below 50, below 60.
So what is the next step that Moksha Base will have once this concert is over? Because from the way I have been described, and I have read and we have reported this would be a very unique experience, first of its type in New Zealand for music lovers. I'm sure even those who have had a very casual interest in music will perhaps take a Evan's greater interest in music and see what this is all about. And as we have said, music has a unique quality of bringing together people. So programs like Beyond Boundaries are bound to Evan's more interest. So do you prepare yourself right now for the next stage of what you want to do?
Yeah, totally, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
We keep dreaming, and that's what we'll have to do.
So,
But I always say that any dream is the first step towards reality.
Definitely. To concretely answer your question, this itself came because of our previous dream. We did something, we wanted to make original music and we wanted to do a video song. So we did that. Then came this idea. So right now we wanted to do this as a tour around New Zealand. So that's our next step. So for now we're starting in Hamilton. We want to do one in Auckland. We will do one in Wellington. And we want to
Do you have an idea of when you want to do in Auckland so that we can plan it? Because we are already now completing 2 months, 1.5 months.
That's right. We definitely wanted to. And again, we would be aiming probably second half of the year for sure.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing for us currently is, we are working so hard, providing we all have our own primary work, right? We're doing for bread and butter, we're working other places, but again,
and not to forget that this is only a hobby for you.
Yeah,
exactly.
All of you are employed.
Yes.
Totally. So all this hard work, I think we trying to find any spare time we find, we're trying to invest on this promotion, because it's really hard to get this to the people to totally know about the show. That's the most hardest part. And we are pretty confident in engaging them the time when they end up in the show. The time when they park the car and the time they leave, everything is planned.
Okay.
And we wanted to give a unique experience for them, every single people.
So what has been the experience? Because people who are, all of you together, you're all of Indian origin, all of you are from India, like me. How were you able to blend the mindset of others who have joined you in this journey of presenting this
music, creativity, and passion? I think each one of us have our own stories how we all met. It's the very same formula that has worked with other bands too. Like, for a simple example is Paul Naveen, who's the drummer for the band, is the drummer for the jazz band too.
Okay.
And the common bridge between all of us is music. He loves music. Same thing with the guitar.
So has this, you obviously are practicing every day or at least 3 or 4 days a week you're practicing. How has this changed your outlook in life? Has there been any discernible change in your outlook, in the way you look at people? That's what music does to many people.
Yeah. That's a really good question.
Yeah.
Shankar.
No, of course. I think every single one of us will agree with it, because since we onboarded, right, we definitely, whatever we have gone through music has actually helped us in personal life and work life as well.
Yeah.
And families.
And families too.
Yeah.
So as you ask about skills, right, how you develop and stuff. So again, it's another question where people used to ask, hey, how are you able to find such a skilled people? Well, we never hunt for skills. We hunt for brush-hearted people and passionate people, right? And that's where everything comes. It's not about one person being super skilled and a person need to be shined. Not even a single person in our team would ever wanted themselves to be the identity of the band. Every single one is actually working towards the common passion and the common interest.
Yeah, I can understand. I have sat with, of course, Tamil Nadu had one of its greatest sons was Kannadasan.
Oh, yeah.
He was a very, very dear friend of mine.
Nice.
And I've sat with him on many sessions where he used to write songs. Sometimes he used to write songs and then the music will be set. The trend changed sometime in the early 70s, whereas you set the tune and then the music writer, the lyricist writes the... So the way music is developed is so humbling, and it's an experience that one has to go through, because when you sit in an audience, like when people come to watch the show Beyond Boundaries, they will be experiencing the final product of perfect fusion, of melody, of synchronization, etc. But the process of putting it together is something which is very fascinating. So do you find, having worked with various ethnic groups now, do you truly believe that New Zealand is a real melting pot of cultures? It's a platform for people to be. Can we be the model for the world? Can a show like this prove beyond doubt that it's not difficult to bring people together if only we tried?
Yeah, definitely.
This is where I would like to say, because one of the reasons why I mentioned in the beginning that I consider this as a real source of inspiration is that Indian Newslink, we are very keen to put out a program which integrates more communities.
Yeah.
Because today's world, it is very important that people understand each other. There's more love than hatred, and there is more giving than taking, and there is more understanding than misunderstanding. I think COVID has taught us many lessons. We should be smart enough to learn from those lessons. That's what is important. And music is one area where it beyond boundaries, it is really. So our ambition, the ambition of Jacob Manotra, who's the managing director of Indian Newslink, is to organize a program which his concept is a global concept. It's a very long step to take, but we'll have to take that step. And I'm hoping that with your love for music and the ability to bring together so many, our next step could be together to organize a program of that magnitude and see how we can broaden our horizon of music and people who can perform it for the greater benefit of humanity. That's how we are looking at it. And this is a great step to take, because we are looking at Beyond Boundaries as first of its kind. We don't want it to be just one of its kind. It will always remain the first of its kind. And to that extent, I'm extremely happy that young people like you, who have young families, you've got your own jobs to attend to, you're taking a lot of your personal time to put together a show like this. And I'm sure you will be able to send us some video clips of other participants in Beyond Boundaries,
Sure.
so that we can properly promote this program. We want this program to succeed more than what you have planned or thought of, for the simple reason that music is love, and that's what we should be spreading. And if we are able to bring together New Zealanders on one platform, which is music, I think we have achieved a lot. And we can take it to the rest of the world. It's a great step that you have taken, and I'm very proud that you are all in this together. And I'm humbled that you thought Indian Newslink to be a good partner for you to promote. And we will do whatever it takes to promote it. We will also try and get you other avenues for promotion, because it's simply because you deserve to be promoted and your program deserves to be promoted. And we will do that. I am very convinced that we have a wealth of talent in this country. In our communities we have. I'm seeing it wherever I go. And sometimes I even wonder why we should import people from other parts of the world, whether it's India. I think COVID has taught us to be very self-sufficient with our own talent. And we've got immense talent. We have not explored, we have not seen them. And I'm sure Moksha Base will further its efforts to bring together talent. And don't be deterred by any challenge, because all of us will tackle the challenges together.
Thank you.
And I'm sure it will be a success. And I wish you all the very best. If you want to ask any question,
I think we need to personally also thank our donors, our sponsors, but really.
So the whole concept started with crowdfunding. Like as soon as we got the idea, we knew we have to reach out to Creative Waikato, and they were kind enough to put us through this process of crowdfunding. So we would like to take this opportunity with you to thank every single donor who has come forward and donated for us. Sponsors who came forward to support us, especially you. As soon as I called you and I said, doesn't matter what, put my name there. Indian Newslink will be there. So we really appreciate all the sponsors who supported us and the fans and people who are buying tickets to come for the show. So please do come for the show. We appreciate your time. You will not be regretted. You will not see anything like this, at least from anyone else. So Moksha Base is putting a show together with the help of great-minded people to give you a great show. So please come and watch our show and have a great time. Shankar?
Oh yeah, please come to the show just to get the unique experience, and I'm pretty sure you won't be disappointed. It's not just a marketing trick, but it's more of the effort and details, attention to details we have put in every single thing. That's from the time you enter the hall, by the time you leave, how much care and effort we have put in for, and it's all in the audience perspective. So that's how the show is designed too. So it's not designed in a performance perspective. It's more of a lot of thought process involved in making the show entertaining. So because you're not going to get a new experience, you're going to listen to new songs. But again, we'll make sure you are entertained. That's the whole thing, right? So when you go home, you take something with you, right? In a good way. So yeah, that's my thing. And Abhishek, you can.
Just want to say that we have, as a team, has really worked hard for the show. This is our own people. You can relate to. I mean, we are friends, we are family, and this is. There are certain part of the team members who are really college-going kids who are coming and performing us. They are so talented. So it'd be so nice for you guys to come around and appreciate their talent, their passion for music, and also helping us promote that kind of brotherhood and music. So thank you.
Yeah, I think having this show, the inaugural part of it in Hamilton, is a good beginning. But I also believe that people in Auckland, Wellington, Christchurch, perhaps other centers also deserve to hear this program, to be a part of this experiment, the experience rather. So please consider bringing these shows to other parts of New Zealand, and may your next move be Auckland, because this is the largest city in the country and more people experience beyond boundaries. I think they'll be inspired, and you will create a movement, as it were, in the country to bring people together. And with that, I once again thank you for giving us this opportunity to be part of Beyond Boundaries. I wish Moksha Base, all of you, and all other performing artists in this journey of yours, please convey our good wishes to them, our compliments, and we look forward to witnessing the program and being a part of this journey on the 6th of March and thereafter.